That's crazy. Turns out El Dorado stands for Great Big Rock.
I parked at that big rock, and I guess I just sat there all night with my lights on. So my battery's dead. That's not good. That's not good for the battery.
Okay, there we go.
Such a shame you can't climb that big rock.
Positive to positive, negative to ground. You know, if my alternator never failed, I probably wouldn't have bought a charger like this, a little pack charger. Everything works out, doesn't it?
See, we're charging there. Dude slides out a boulder pad out of the back of his van. I was like, you wanna go climb that rock? He's like, yeah man, been climbing it for years. I'm gonna go ask if I can join him while the battery's charging. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. All right, so yeah, there's holes here. Oh yeah.
That is sick. I have a problem. I am not taking enough photos. I don't know why. I think it's a combination of a lot of things. I think there's laziness, not being able to, or maybe it being too hard, and maybe that's just laziness again. But for whatever reason, I'm not taking anywhere near enough photos as what I should. So today, we're starting a little late because it's already 11-ish, but we're going to take photos today, all day. That's all we're going to do. We are going to stop at every photo I see, because I regret not pulling over every time I see a photo. I regret it. I think about it at night in bed. But there's a problem here in this area, and it's been a problem I've faced a lot in Canada, is there's nowhere to pull over. All the roads have ditches on the side of them, and there's no nature strip or anything that you can pull over onto. And they're fairly busy roads, the majority of them. It's a gorgeous day, crystal clear, direct sun, couple of wispy clouds in the high ups altitudes. I got a pass for the Kananaskis Park, and we're gonna head in there for the rest of the day, go for a little walk. Made it to the park. It's actually super busy, which is cool. But man, it's just amazing. It just looks so beautiful. But there's heaps of people walking up the place I want to go, which is lovely. That makes me feel really comfortable. I think I was overstressing it a little bit. Well, I've been going for about an hour now. I think I've gone maybe 7 kilometers. It's pretty easy going, just hiking on a road. I think I've got a decent pace going, just a bit of a speed walk. But I just was walking and looked to my right, and there was a rock here, and there was a bit of an antler on it. Pretty cool. It's pretty sick. Never seen an antler before. But yeah, I just passed some cyclists, and they told me that there's a large herd of sheep over this hill that I'm walking up at the moment, and that sounds awesome. Oh, I've just come around this corner, and it's just like breathtaking. There's a massive flat plain here, and it's just stunning. I can see the flock of sheep just down at the bottom of it. Well, the sheep are really cool. I do wish they weren't so tucked in close to this bank and we're further out on that area, so I could get on the same level as them and then have a mountain behind them. That would be so cool, but they're not. They might move, I don't know. They're very timid of me, which makes a lot of sense. There's a lot to explore here. There's a lot just in this area. That's pretty bloody awesome, I gotta say it. Never seen mountains in my life like that. Boy, it's just insane. I'm hungry, you know? Should have brought a snack. I just want to keep looking at this.
I've sort of been stuck in a photo slump lately, and I don't really know what causes it. I am struggling with some pretty heavy ADHD, slowly figuring that out, and I know that plays a huge part. I also think a large part of it is the fact that I was traveling in winter, and I've never done anything like this before, never traveled or anything, so I didn't really know what to do. And I think the less I did stuff, the less my brain thought of things to do, until someone was like, hey, you should go to this lookout up here or something. And then along that way, it would like spark a bit of creativity, and I would continue to find other things. But, you know, it's hard the amount of photos I would see, and I couldn't pull over and stuff like that. So I think I just went into this a bit of a block mode. Now I've been sitting in it a bit, and I've gotten more used to it, I guess. And I don't want that. I want to get out of that. I want to take photos all the time. I see photos and I think of photos all the time. I need to take photos more. There's also been a bit of a mental block with doing YouTube as well, and that's a weird one I don't understand yet. We're in a Chinook at the moment, and to be honest, I didn't know what a Chinook was, and I was reading it Chinook, or maybe I've just been saying that wrong the whole time, but as in the helicopter, because I love that thing, the dual rotor helicopter. And turns out it's Chinook, and it's like a warm phase or something like that. So yeah, we're in this warm area, and it's just like, I need to get out and take photos. And so I'm going to fight the slump. See, this photo here, it's stunning, right? Like, it's just breathtaking. But I'm not seeing anything in this section that I'm at right now. There's a lot happening. You have roads, there's signs, there's power lines. There's this little mountain here with a rocky, highly textured face. And then, you know, you have the intense contrast of the white rocky mountains in the background of these larger hills. There's so much happening in this one scene. There's a huge canyon here and I can't see it. And we're gonna walk over there, see if we can kind of narrow down our scene a bit more and remove some things from it. Just taking a photo of this tree here. There's a single tree, Rockies are behind it, and then the land dips down into the canyon. I've kind of stepped back a bit to avoid the canyon because I thought that would be a little much. But because of the direction of the sun, I'm just getting this intense dark shadow on the side of the tree that I'm taking the photo on. So I'm going to scooch over and see if I can get the other side of the tree, which will involve more of the canyon. But hey, I haven't even peeked over there. Maybe that's even better. Oh my goodness. Wow. This canyon is a lot bigger than I thought it was. Holy crap. That is insane. Oh man. I thought it was just like a little river going through, but it is like... Okay, this scene's insane. This scene's insane. I think I need to go over here because I still want a bit of this tree right on the edge of the frame. But that's not, it's just kind of a supporting, just to kind of, I don't know, just to kind of frame up the edge of the shot so that we're not really getting much of this hill in there. But besides that, the sun is on such a sick angle right now. It's a shame there's no like atmosphere down there, but maybe we can add a little bit into Lightroom. I think a part of the mental block for YouTube is a big thing of just like my own confidence in talking to the camera, and there's like this weird embarrassment that comes with it. And I think it's kind of natural because it's like, it's odd to talk to a camera when you're not used to it. especially around people. And I think there's a, I don't know what you call it, but a feeling like my photos aren't good enough to be a photography channel, right? I don't have enough knowledge, but that's so stupid. I think I'm a pretty good photographer. I love the photos I take, and I take them for me. You know, that's kind of all that matters. I love the whole process of it. I love talking to other photographers. And I like to talk about photos, and I think this is pretty cool. And I think I need to just kind of throw all that away and just make the bloody videos and talk to the camera and throw something together, and eventually I'll find a groove where I'm like, okay, I like this. I'll keep doing that a bit more. Yeah. If I was to lose my footing right now, I'd fucking die. Whoa, why are we so dark? There we go. Just like that, a few days has passed. 1 minute I'm in the mountains and the next minute I'm here. Sorry for that. I didn't record anything after taking those photos because I was leaving it a little late because I stayed longer than after I said, and I had been walking around so much besides the hike. The hike was about 16k all up. The amount of walking I did in between that to take photos. So I just locked in and hiked back. But now I put a post on the Calgary website asking if there's any farmers who would let me stay on their property for a while. And there is one awesome farmer who I'm going to go meet now at a park, and he just happens to be a photographer, and he wants to go take some photos of a bald eagle, and he's hoping to see a certain owl, I don't know, at a park in Calgary. That's where we're bloody going.
Property.
22 acres.
Yeah.
And he's letting me stay on that. That's crazy.
Yeah, looks like you might be in there.
That's the nest right there above my finger. Right there. And what bird is that?
Bald eagle.
Bald eagle makes that big. That's a big nest. Sit up trees?
Yeah.
Oh wow. And a porcupine, that's like an echidna type of thing?
You'll see him in there.
There's a little carrot.
Yeah, people leave them food sometimes.
There's a little carrot. This place is so cool. Everyone's just like out here. I've never seen so many photographers in one place before, just at random. It's so great.
I was looking at the, oh yeah.
Hey guys.
You're not sure. I don't think I can get away with that. Sometimes you can. Sometimes they're like, oh, you might have food, and then they'll come and land on your hand.
That's so cool. I think I've seen videos of that. They're so little.
On my camera sometimes.
So those are the woodpeckers.
Yeah. We saw them.
Yeah, you can see them.
There's a whole bunch of them there.
You can see the color up there on that. So we're at a different park now, and we're looking for an owl he's trying to show me. I forget the name of it. Hopefully it's here.
Can you see it?
Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. Look at him. I don't have the length. That is amazing.
I'll get a picture of his questions. They don't have so many.
He is so... Are they nocturnal?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's bigger than I thought he was going to be.
Yeah, he's one of the bigger owls.
I can see his, like, the little horns. What's the name of him again?
Great horned owl.
Grey horned owl.
Great.
Great. And he is grey as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey everyone, future editing Joe here. I'm jumping in because my dumb ass was too scared to film and talk and introduce him to the camera. The perfect video for that to happen, talking about being afraid to do things and being stuck in a creative slump with YouTube. And that's Patrick. Him and his wife are letting me stay on his beautiful farm in exchange for helping out around the farm. He is the nicest guy and he's a photographer, a really good photographer. I'll be putting his Instagram down below. Please go support him because he's supporting me greatly. You'll be seeing a lot more of him in the videos, I think. Sorry for being really bad at this still. Here's some more of me rambling about a slump. It's a lot of deer shit. For anyone who wants to take photos of birds and a great horned owl, Fish Creek Park or Fish Creek Boat Ramp. The park there. Try and find the owl. I'm not going to tell you where it is. I have some notes here because this video kind of took an unexpected turn. I found when I was getting into the slump as I was coming here, I know a huge cause of the slump for me, or supporter of the slump, was the fact of not having a lot of solar power because of the winter cover and that not allowing me to edit. And not many campsites were open, plus the campsites are so expensive here. And so I didn't have power much. And the videos that I have made so far, I've had power to edit those. But I realized that, and so I started to push it more with my editing and how much power I can use. And I've realized that I can use a lot more than I thought. And also in Calgary, it's so sunny all the time. My battery is pretty much full at the end of the day, every day. But yeah, so that was a huge thing that was like supporting the slump, the creative slump. It's like, I can't even edit, like I'm not going to be able to edit for like a week. And then it would support it. And then when you're in that, it's so easy then to just never do it. And so, I don't know, you're probably watching this and not relying on power to edit your photos. Maybe some of you are. But maybe there's a thing going on in your life and it's your running out of power, So maybe the next time, like if you're in the slump and you're watching this, hoping I'll give you a help on how to get out of it. I'm just talking about it. But maybe there is a thing like my power, and you can look for that next time you're in the slump and try to test it or push it a little bit to see if it really is that big of a deal. Or maybe you can eliminate it completely. Or maybe when you recognize it, then you just force yourself to go like walk around your neighborhood and take random photos, and then it might spark some creativity. So I think, power for me was a huge supporter, which makes a lot of sense. There's also other things like discipline and overthinking and that I think are huge causes of creative slumps. I know, and I've seen this on other videos, there's a massive cause for me, less now, because of the support around me, I guess, but is the feeling of not being good enough. I moved to a different spot to get the sun out of my eyes and there was just a cloud behind it. So I thought I was out of the sun, but I'm not. That's a bit better. But yeah, overthinking, like it's been a huge thing for me, especially in a creative way, of thinking I'm not good enough to sell my photos and not good enough to post this photo's not good enough, and it's so silly. Like just go take photos, man. Just get out and take photos.
But in saying that, like, it's controlled me so much and controlled my decisions to do things so much. It's probably partly why I came to Canada, to just kind of put the finger up to that kind of mindset and just do something kind of crazy. But I think I know it affects a lot of other people, because it's something that a lot of other people in videos talk about, what to do with creative slumps and how to get out of it. We all take photos that suck sometimes, but you just got to keep taking photos and then you'll get good ones as well. A huge thing, that the feeling of not being good enough to do something, is just deciding to only take photos of things I'm interested in and forgetting about good photos, and just working on focusing more on enjoying the photography and taking really good photos of the things I really think are cool. And that's it, nothing else. And then it changes the whole thing, because then all of a sudden you're not thinking about the quality or how good the photo is. All you want to do is take a photo of that thing because it's f***ing awesome. And that changed everything. And then you can start like looking to improve your skills and stuff like that, and maybe working on composition, color, all that things alongside of that. But just make sure you're doing it on something that you really think is cool. Otherwise, you're never going to want to do it because it sucks. And James Popsy made a really cool video, a video about gear, camera equipment. And a big takeaway from it was, you have to buy a camera that you love. I think you're always going to take better photos when you're enjoying every bit of it. You're enjoying the use of your camera, you're excited to use your camera that you love, or a lens. That's going to improve your photography, and that's going to improve the want to take photos, and it's going to minimize creative slumps a lot. Definitely is. So taking photos of things you love, minimizing all the little difficulties that you can in your equipment, is really important to take better photos and more photos, and that'll help in your slumps. Anyway, this is a ramble, hey? I think we're going to end it off there. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and somewhat made sense, and maybe you got something out of it. That'd be nice. But if you got things to add, chuck it all in the comments. But anyway guys, if you really enjoy this shit, please hit the subscribe button. Check out my website, mrbustin.com, and my Instagram, joebustin. See you later guys.